this is a pretty typical wind pattern for the Portugal area. Let's start zoom it out here so we can see the full area of Portugal, and you kind of see how the wind moves in general. So this is Lisbon here, and Ericeira is just a bit northwest over here, and we'll zoom in a second. But let's look at a couple days where wind gets a little bit more intense and coming from the north. So this can happen sometimes, in which case the Ericeira area is going to have north winds. It's going to be either side shore or onshore, which is going to ruin the conditions there. However, you can see that there are some south-facing areas here, and as I zoom in here, you'll see those as well. And then down here in the Algarve as well, where you can see there's even some areas with low wind and then areas with higher wind, but this is all offshore here. So it's a couple-hour drive to get down here, but if you have the flexibility and you're seeing multiple days of this north wind, then you could make the trip down there. And of course, it depends on the swell as well. So let's zoom in a bit here and take a look at the Ericeira area. So here's Ericeira here, Lisbon down here. So from here, if you're getting that north wind, you're getting side shore around Ericeira, you can drive about an hour down here and get into this area where there's a few different breaks. Here it's going to be a little bit more crowded because you're closer to Lisbon, but assuming there is swell getting in here, at least you'll have better winds. Then you have to the north, Peniche and Supertubos is up in this area here. So sometimes you'll get offshore winds here, but it's either side shore or maybe too strong here, but it is working at Supertubos as well. And if we zoom out a bit and head down to the southern area here, you can see the wind conditions are quite different. So you can see maybe it's not surfable in Ericeira area today or for a week or so, possibly based on the winds, but it won't take you too long if you have the flexibility to get out to another area. So let's take a look at some more mellow winds. Hopefully this is more what you'll be experiencing while you're there. Oftentimes the wind will be light all day, as we can see here in this example, actually turning to a bit offshore in the morning, midday, no problem. Afternoon, just light onshore winds. Maybe by the evening and picking up a little bit, but this is still going to be clean conditions. So if you're there, particularly in the fall, then this should be a relatively normal day, but you never know. And other times of the year, of course, like the winter or spring, it may be a little bit windier and you may have to move around a bit based on the forecast.